Hey everyone, I just wanted to show you a sneak peek on some prototypes I've been working on. You could order the prototypes in this stage, but there's different gauge pod options that I have for everybody. Hi everyone, welcome to the Dave's World YouTube channel. So I had a lot of people contact me because they wanted the parts that I was making for Gen 1 and Gen 2 Cruzes, so I decided to start a website called supercruises.com. Hey everybody, so today what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting a prototype in Cruze Missile. I just moved a bunch of stuff out of the way so I can get the car in the driveway. It's much easier to put a radio in the driveway because you get both doors open, because sometimes you have to open both doors to get dash panels off. I just like having it out of the garage. So what I'll do is let me get set up outside. I think Geraldine might be helping me, I don't know yet. And then I'll show you guys the radio, it's pretty cool. All right, so Geraldine's going to be the camera person right now. Camera person?
Mm-hmm.
Camera woman? Cameraman? What do we call you?
Mm.
I don't know either. So, okay, so come zoom in on here real quick. So, this is a radio I've been working on. So this radio is a direct bolt-in for the Generation 2 Cruze. It's a much larger radio. The HVAC controls will actually happen in the radio. Everything is in English, which is awesome. I started working with an Australian company because in Australia, the Cruze, like our second generation Cruze is actually the third generation Cruze. The first generation Cruze was from I don't know, somewhere overseas, like in China or something like that. But it's basically like a Cobalt. And then in Australia, our first generation Cruze is actually their second generation Cruze, but that version of it was designed and built in Australia. So then the second generation is kind of a mix between the Gen 2 and our Gen 2 and Gen 1. So I decided to go to a company in Australia to get these things built, especially since they speak English over there. And it's so much easier to work with them because they speak English. So that's what this radio is. And this is a prototype that you'll be able to get through Super Cruises that I'm going to put in Cruze Missile because I want to try it out real quick to make sure it works before I send it out to Cameron. He's been building an awesome custom car. If I have any pictures of it, you'll obviously see it in the video. And this is going to be his like next level up for his car shows. So okay, let's get this thing installed. So I just wanted to take a minute to let everyone know that I added an alternative to upgrading the radio and the Cruze to the website. We have these AI boxes. There's the light version and then there's a pro version. And what this basically allows you to do is you plug this into your USB port that's in your center console. It turns your radio into a wireless interface, so you can wirelessly use your CarPlay. And then what it does is turn your existing radio into an app radio. Basically, it'll work just like your existing radio, except now everything works wirelessly, and you can download aftermarket apps onto your radio, basically upgrading your infotainment to be whatever you want. And it's powered by Android, and it does work with the iPhone and the Android. You can run, I believe you can run what's known as Android Auto, and you can also run Apple CarPlay, which is really cool. So it'll allow you to do a lot of, really cool stuff with your existing radio. If you guys want this, it will be added to the website. I'm going to be adding a radio section so you guys can get the touchscreen radio, the Tesla style, or you can upgrade your existing radio if you don't want to actually change the hardware. Alright, so I was talking to Cameron. He said it's pretty easy to get the radio out. Pretty much everything, it looks like it just pulls out. I don't know. I don't want to break my car. I'm going to break my car in the name of science. I feel like I probably should have did that first time. Side panel off, and there is a screw. It's like an 8mm. There is an 7mm screw right here. You could just leave this like that, but I prefer to take everything out of the way. Alright, so I went and got one of these. It's like a nylon pry bar for interior parts. Somehow the panel, I think it just pulls up. Sorry guys, I'm right-handed, so working that way was hurting my back pretty bad. Okay, before I mess with the bolts in the back, which I'm not sure if I even have to take off, Cameron said these will just pop out. I don't like how it feels, but... Okay. Oh, cool, okay. Alright, there are no screws in the back there. And I assume... Oh, cool, okay. Okay, people. I'm filming this probably about 3 or 4 months after I filmed the beginning of this video. I just want to warn everyone. A Tesla style radio that is advertised for the Gen 2 Cruze, none of them work. I spent well over $2,000 pretty much buying every single Tesla style touchscreen radio for a Gen 2 Cruze. None of them work. In fact, every single time I installed one of them, it immediately blew fuses. In fact, in one situation, I had smoke coming out of the dashboard because a wire burnt. I'm telling you this because I know tons of people that go out and they spend $200 to $400 on some thing they found online or some eBay type radio, and they run into the problems and they're pretty much left with a paperweight that doesn't work. So I spent a ton of money figuring out how to make this work, and I finally went to an electronics company and I just had my own pretty much designed for these cars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this thing up and I'm going to show you guys pretty much what it does. It's a prototype. There is a working one that will be available. Basically, if it's on the website, it's available. But this one works, and I want to show you guys basically kind of what it can do. Just for now, just so I could finish out the video, because I felt bad leaving this video unfinished, and I really wanted to show you guys what I was working on. In case you're wondering why all of this is in pieces, I have some really cool gauge pod stuff coming. Hey everyone, I just wanted to show you a sneak peek on some prototypes I've been working on. You could order the prototypes in this stage, but there's different gauge pod options that I have for everybody. But okay, let's get this thing running. My phone should be linked up. I wanted to show you guys the interface with the phone. So this is pretty much the basic interface. It's a really nice looking radio. My phone is linking up. I wanted to show you guys the CarPlay interface as well, so you could see how big the screen is now. This is really nice. You could pretty much works like the OEM radio, just much larger. If you want to use your CarPlay options, you could pick music, you could talk to people on the phone, and then you have your own internal navigation, which uses Google Maps. The other cool thing is when you're hooked up to your phone, you can download apps on this as well. But it's a really nice radio. It's very fast. Like the interface, I spent a lot of money to get like a higher speed. Like basically the internals are better computer parts to make this function better. But it's a really nice radio. I really like the way everything looks. Hopefully you guys could see this. I like the way everything looks. I like how fast everything works. You have your Bluetooth options. You have your HVAC controls. Then you have your, your radio. You can actually use, the regular radio, just like any other kind of radio. I'm not a techie guy, so this thing can do a lot. You can download a lot of stuff. So I don't know what you guys would want to see in a video that a radio can do, but I mean, the cool thing is this does a lot, and you can download stuff as well. So you guys that like radios would probably know how to use all this stuff. For me, I'm just a simple, I'm a simple guy. I like just having the music on for noise. I usually just listen to the exhaust. So audio stuff, I'm just not an audio guy, but I wanted to show you guys that I have something in the works for everyone. And I think this is a gorgeous radio. I think it's a lot of fun having something like this. Wait. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew that I was working hard to bring this stuff to you, because I like bringing cool parts to the community. So I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. It has been a huge, stressful situation, because it wasn't, every single radio I tried pretty much, like I said, gave me nothing but problems. But at least I have a working radio for the Gen 2 Cruze members. I also have one for the Malibu guys. It's been stressful. I mean, you can pretty much tell I'm stressed. I also, sorry if I'm not as peppy. There's a certain amount of excitement I usually have in my videos, but I went for surgery about 2 weeks ago, and my stomach is in a lot of pain right now. So this is about the most exciting I can be in a video, because it literally just holding the camera is painful. But yeah, I actually, having this radio, having something tangible for everybody, it's very exciting to be able to share. This video basically started out as an install for one of these Tesla radios, but it's just basically, it's at the point where I wanted to show you guys the radio, because I've had my car apart for like, probably 2 months. Just because I didn't want to keep taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together for all these radios. I just left it apart. And then while I had it apart, I basically stecided to, while it was all apart, I decided to start working on my gauge pod ideas. So I have some really cool steering column pods, pillar pods, and then a vent pod, and then I have some other pods. So I wanted to just get a move on that stuff. So I was like, why not just do it all at the same time? So hopefully you guys think this is cool. I'm excited that it works. I didn't use any of the audio, because YouTube pretty much gives you strikes for using audio, so you guys couldn't really hear the radio. Plus, I mean, it's pointless hearing a radio through a YouTube video, but this one has an internal amplifier system, and it sounds pretty good. And everything seems to work. It works nice. So I'm excited to offer this to everybody. So yeah, just comment below if you guys think this is cool. Eventually it'll be on the website. I have 2 websites. One is for the members. It is shopdavesworld.com, or you can go to supercruzes.com or supercruzesstore.com. And members of the channel, you guys I have discount and coupon codes and stuff. So if you're basically a member of the channel, let me know your member name, and then I'll give you one of the coupon codes for being a member. And then whenever you want to purchase, as long as you're a member, you get discounts. So thanks again, everybody. Have a very nice day.